Now, kids, listen closely to a story from long, long ago, a story so wonderful that it has been told for centuries. Are you there, kids? Imagine the sky above, filled with stars twinkling brightly. Can you see it? Long ago, in the distant lands of the East, there lived three wise men. Their names were Melchior, Balthazar, and Caspar. These men were known as great scholars and stargazers, always searching for answers about the wonders of God's creation. Are you ready to join them on their journey? One quiet night, as the three wise men gazed at the night sky, something amazing happened. A star brighter and more beautiful than any they had ever seen appeared in the heavens. This was no ordinary star, kids. It was a special sign from God. The wise men looked at each other in amazement. "This star means that a great king has been born," said Melchior. "We must follow it and find him," added Balthazar. "Yes," agreed Caspar, "let us bring gifts fit for a king." Now, children, what kind of gifts would you bring to a king? The wise men chose gifts very carefully. Melchior brought gold because gold was a gift for royalty. Balthazar chose frankincense, a fragrant incense used in worship to honor the divinity of the king. Caspar brought myrrh, a special oil used to anoint kings, showing that this child will be very important. With their gifts ready, they set out on their camels to follow the star. The wise men traveled for many days and nights, crossing deserts and mountains. Imagine the hot sun during the day and the cold winds at night. But the star continued to guide them, shining brightly in the sky. Can you see the star in your mind, kids? It was as if God Himself was leading them to His Son. Finally, the star led them to the city of Jerusalem. The wise men were excited. This must be where the king is, they thought. They asked the people, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him." But, children, the people in Jerusalem didn't know about the newborn king. The wise men's question reached the ears of King Herod, a powerful but jealous ruler. Herod didn't like the idea of another king. He wanted to stay in control. Herod called the wise men to his palace. "Welcome," he said with a sly smile. "Tell me about this star and the king you are looking for." The wise men told him about the star and their journey. Herod pretended to be interested. "When you find the child, let me know," he said. "I want to worship him too." But, kids, Herod was not telling the truth. He didn't want to worship the baby. He wanted to get rid of him. The wise men left Herod's palace and followed the star again. This time, the star led them to a small town called Bethlehem. Can you imagine their excitement, kids? The star stopped over a humble stable. The wise men got down from their camels and went inside. What do you think they saw? There in a manger was the baby Jesus with Mary and Joseph by his side. The wise men knelt and worshipped him. "This gold is for you, O king," said Melchior, laying down his treasure. "This frankincense is for you, O high priest," said Balthazar, bowing low. "This myrrh is for you, O Savior," said Caspar, his eyes full of wonder. Mary and Joseph were amazed at these gifts and the devotion of the wise men. And kids, do you know what happened next? That night, God sent an angel to the wise men in a dream. The angel said, "Do not go back to Herod. He plans to harm the child. Return to your homes by another way." The wise men obeyed the angel. They took a different road back to their countries, praising God for allowing them to see the Savior of the world. And as they traveled home, their hearts were full of joy, knowing they had met the King of Kings. So, kids, what do we learn from the wise men? They teach us to seek Jesus with all our hearts, to give him our best gifts, and to listen to God's guidance. And just like the star led them, God's love will always guide us too. Isn't that amazing? Now, let's remember to thank God for sending Jesus to be our Savior. The story of the wise men reminds us that Jesus is the greatest gift of all.